Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop, and I wanted to thank everyone for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. And happy autumn equinox. We are entering the fall season. So I had a request for a reading, and this reading I had titled it the Autumn Pathway reading, and it is set up and designed as past, present, and future. So we're going to look at what has happened in the near past, so what has kind of led up through your summer time frame into this point, the present moment, what you need to know or work on right in this moment, and the future is going to be the outcome in the immediate future if you continue on the path and follow the guidance of the middle card of the present. So we're going to take a look at what Spirit has, and I'm going to be using the Gateway Oracle for the opening message, and then I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. Now, I'm kind of uncertain about, I'm thinking I'm going to use reversals. I usually do not use reversals, and generally don't with oracles either. So, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, the words that are coming are let the chips fall where they may. Like, don't question the position of the cards. So I'm going to do that, you know. I mean, this deck doesn't have reversals, so the opening one isn't. But when we get to the past, present, and future, I am going to honor however it comes up in regard. So let's see where we go with this. Focusing on everyone in the law of attraction, we're going to focus on the autumn pathway. So what led us up to fall, what is going on right now, what we need to look at or work on. And then if we take that advice or we look at the situation in that position, how the future, what is going to come in the future, what the outcome of the immediate future is going to be through the fall. So let's see what comes as an opening message. It's going to be for everyone, focusing on our autumn and what message wants to come from the Gateway Oracles by Denise Lynn for this pathway, autumn pathway reading. I feel it's this one. Sorry about that. I had a note there I needed to look at. Okay, so it says, letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So for everyone that is guided to this reading, this is talking about, and I love it because it looks like beach scene, right? It has the seashells. So I love seeing that. So there is a letting go to be able to move forward and just seamlessly, you know, flowing into the future and in regard. So that to be able to do that, where I'm going with that thought, to be able to do that, you need to let go of things, right? You need to let go of baggage. You need to let go of maybe personal items that, you know, don't hold any meaning to us any longer. Possessions. I feel a sense of simplicity coming in here. Let me see where we go with it. I'm going to read from the booklet on this, but that is the feeling I'm getting. It says, surrender, relinquish control, and allow spirit to take over. You don't need to do anything all by yourself. All is well. It's time to just let it all go and enjoy the ride. Doing so gives others permission to let go in their own lives. There are times to hold on for dear life and times to simply throw up your hands and let go. It's time to release any limiting patterns, emotional attachments, or inner and outer clutter. Surrendering doesn't mean that you're yielding to a force outside of yourself. It means that you're allowing your soul to take over. Release the stress of needing to control things, wanting to determine the outcome of a situation, or expecting others to act in a particular way. There is a simple grace and beauty that unfolds when you truly let go. Loving spiritual help is all around you. Simply open your heart and let it in. So the questions to ponder over and to kind of meditate on are, is there anything that I need to release? Is there a person or situation I need to let go of? Is there anyone who needs to let go of me? So it's kind of like in that energy of, you know, simply releasing and letting go and going with the flow and not trying to control energies. So we're going to shuffle, and I'm going to pull all three cards. So we're going to focus on past, present, and future. So, there's the past, present, that one came out. Future. So it almost feels like a pick a card. We're like, I want to say for those that pick, but it's not. It's all going together. It is a past, present, future. So for what led up to now, and we have observer. And it is in the upright position. So I want to take a look, and we see the fox, and it is number 49. So I want to take in the energies of the whole entire card and all the symbolism. And I'm looking up, I'm going to read it from the booklets. I get a sense of analyzing a situation, really analyzing something that you want to work towards. And it's saying perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, cultures, and environment that you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy that you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. So it's like, you know, being kind of objective, like stepping back to be able to see all sides of the situation, kind of removing yourself energetically in an area where, you know, being objective. There's a sense of objectivity and an analysis is coming up here in a bit of a neutral type of way. And I sense a passivity here where maybe perhaps all you really could, I feel like a passivity, but I want to just kind of read it and the feeling that I'm getting when I look at it, is a passivity in the recent past, in the summertime perhaps, or just up into the recent, you know, coming into fall here, into autumn. There's been a passivity, but it's almost like as if it's the only thing I really could do, you know, like I really am learning, like with the letting go. There is a feeling here too, like I finally realized there wasn't much I could do. So I kind of let go into the feeling or into the knowledge and the knowing that this is really all I could do. So, and this is all I could do. It's sort of like wanting to, I'm going to give an example. If you wanted to take a trip, but in that moment you didn't have the money or you weren't able to go for some reason for outside responsibilities, the only thing left to do would be to kind of plan it, you know, look at the map and plan out your route and, you know, look at pictures and do manifestation. And those are really the only things you could do was by observing, right? So there was nothing left to do. There was a realization that came that this is all I can do in this moment is observe the situation from a distance and an objective analysis from afar. This is really all I could do. And there was a letting go in that. It was like, oh my gosh, I just cannot, you know, everything I do doesn't seem to work in some part of the feeling of the energy for some. Like I've tried this, I've tried that didn't work, this didn't work. And then you just kind of did. I feel like this is moving into this and that aspect where you just kind of had to say, wow, all I can do is observe this objectively from a distance and kind of get a, you know, this is a vantage point of it. And and watch things unfold, you know, not like from a helpless standpoint, but from a realization, it's the healthiest thing to do. Not like a helplessness, but it's like, this is the healthiest thing for me to do, is to kind of step back and look at this, no matter what this is, whether for you it is traveling, for you if it is a relationship, if it's wanting to change jobs, if it's your spiritual path, like maybe everything just kept falling apart and wasn't working. And then you just kind of left go into this objectivity, observance, you know, like being objectively observant of the situation because it's really the only thing left to do. And just like, let me learn all about this. Let me look at this from a different angle, from a different perspective, in its energies. Because when I look at this, he's looking at the moon, and it feels very peaceful. Like it feels very, you know, the moon is night. It's time at nighttime. It's reflective, and it's sleepy. It's like a slumbering kind of energy, right? We associate that symbolism with that type of energy. So it's like I'm watching this because it's not really, because it's not really being active right now. But I still have my eye on it, even though it's not moving, or it hasn't worked for me, or it's not working for me, or it's not working for us. I still want to keep an eye on it. You know what I mean? Like I'm still kind of looking at it objectively, making sure that it's okay. So I also feel a bit of protection in that, whatever it is that you're examining too. So you're, you know, you're watching it, you know, it's there, not in like a creepy kind of way, but is in a protective manner. So this is what is kind of led up to now. Hopefully that, you know, made sense for everyone. There are other placements in this book about that, but I feel it's an overall energy, and you can apply it to any situation that you were dealing with. It just, like I said, wasn't working, wasn't moving, was kind of in a slumbering state, and you just realize, geez, anything I try to apply with my energy isn't making any change. It isn't making any effect. It just isn't working out. Let's just let sleeping dogs lie, so to speak. Let's just observe this in an objective way. Let's keep our eye on it. Let's learn all about it that we can, if that's the case in some situations. And yeah, so it was also like a learning curve too, I feel, for some, that you realize this is the only thing I can do. So this is what I'm going to do for now. I'll just keep my eye on this and keep moving forward. So the present, what you need to know or work on right now. Oh, and it's in the upright position. I love that. So it's poised. So there's a sense of preparation now. There has been a feeling of kind of keeping our eye on things that, you know, have gone into a slumbering state, have gone into more of a, you know, non-active energy, and the only activity that you could have applied to it is the realization that, wow, I can just keep my eye on this, right? Objectively. And so what they want you to do now is be poised. There is a sense of something about to start to make, something that's about to start moving again. And, you know, for some people, this can apply to more than one thing. Like you may be, you know, trying to, you know, have energies with a job or relocation, or, you know, making plans for savings or your retirement, and, you know, everything you did just wasn't working out. You weren't getting returns or like you thought you would. Something just kind of went dormant on you. But it is, you know, so to speak, like a dream that you have. And so you wanted to keep your eye on it and to not feel like you've given up. So the only thing to do is kind of sit back and watch and learn. So I kind of brought up something that was like, watch and learn. It's like there was something that popped into my head, but it kind of like came through and went right back out. I don't know if it was a cartoon. Somebody says that, like, watch and learn. I don't know. Let me see. Poise, the 48. So it says being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. So this is something to know for right now and to work on right now, is your confidence, to get in a sense of preparation, because you may have been more in this, you know, energy of kind of, not that this isn't taking a lot of action, but it's because you really couldn't take a lot of action in that moment, right? So, but that inactivity is about to change. So they want you to be prepared that things are going to start to move. So getting in a preparation type of energy for movement. And it says you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to do. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge because you have the time to do that. You know, there was that energy here of that watch and learn, because that's the feeling that was there. And you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. People respond to your confidence and trust you. So your sense of confidence, not just your sense of confidence, but your inner knowing in yourself, right? To take action and to kind of, I feel like too, of like sussing out the moment. It's like waiting in traffic, and you can turn on red when it's safe, but kind of knowing it. There's a sense of kind of, knowing when to move, knowing when it's safe to start moving again. You're in that line, you're about to start moving, but kind of just sussing out the right second when it's safe to go too is a feeling that's kind of coming up to me in that way. I'm going to read the prosperity message. I don't want to read the relationship message because I don't feel like, I don't want to put this just on a relationship aspect, because we can apply this message to anything we're dealing with that has been in this energy here. It says you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing that you're ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service in the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. So there is a new beginning, and they want you to be ready to get going, So if you've been waiting to move, pack your bags, like really get ready for it to happen, because you're right on the brink of it. It's like the Fool card, and it's about to happen. Standing in your confidence is the best thing for you to do, and to work on being in that, confident place, in that confident space, is what they're saying. I will go ahead and read the relationship, just for those that are watching this with the thought of this being about relationship. I will go ahead and read it. It says, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You are ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So everything is poised to happen, poised to start for you. And there was a bit of a lull. There was a bit of an energy of, like I said, the words that came to mind are watch and learn. It's like the spirit kind of maybe put you in a little bit of that timeout, and for that to happen, it's like watch and learn. Because something, you're going to gain the knowledge, you're going to gain the energy and the wisdom, because something new is about to start. And this may be something, you may have been like preparing and watching and planning and manifesting something visually here. But I also feel, it's going to start. You're going to start to see things that you were planning and thinking about, or watching and looking at and learning about here. But there's going to be surprises too. Things are going to start happening, and there's going to be surprises coming in that you while you were busy eyeballing one specific thing. Allow the unknown, allow for surprises in a really good way, and not in a bad way, but in a good way. These are upright. So we want to see what the next one is. So if you are ready and in your confidence, standing in your power, ready to make that move in the right timing, where we are headed in the future, and it is leg up, and it is on the upright too. So we had no reversals. 34. So there's going to be help and support in the movement in the future. So you're going to be supported, where in the past you may have felt alone. You may have felt a little bit helpless, right? When we put these in combination, we're led up to now, and that feeling of being, like just in an energy where I have to let go and watch things unfold. And you may felt alone in that feeling, like, geez, like letting go into that, where you may have felt a little bit unsafe, but there is a sense of safety. There's a sense of protection and support here as well. It says receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during the next phase of your journey. So the new phase is starting, but you won't be alone in it. So if you're thinking that's the case, it's not going to be. You're going to get support where you hadn't in the past, or in ways you have not in the past. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allow teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. It says, now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. That help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so that you take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time, so as long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. So you have to have that faith as well, but things are kind of rise up to meet you in this new part of your journey, in this new part that's beginning. So I'm going to read also for the relationship aspect of this, just in case for those that are maybe looking at this in regards to relationship. It says relationships are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. So there's like a shared reciprocity there, but there's also a need to ask for what your needs are, right, for them to be met. But everything kind of coming together in a very beautiful way as you move forward. So things I feel for fall and autumn obviously are going to start moving, where you have been perhaps feeling like, it's like being told, watch and learn. Like you've had to kind of, those are the words that are coming up very strong for this, coming into this period where we just kind of had to throw our hands up, right, and let go. And you can even see, like in the positioning here, she is throwing her hands up in the present position so she can just let go and start into this new phase, into this new journey for the energy to start moving again. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this Autumn Pathway reading, and I will be back soon. I'm going to do my Goddess Shimei Womb of Creation for October and some October relationship readings, so do watch for those as well. And I hope everyone has a wonderful autumn season. Angel blessings, oceans of love.